Okay, hello Tsevek. Nice to meet you. So today we will have a SQL live coding session for data analyst role. How are you doing today?
Yeah, hi Nikita. Nice to meet you too. Yeah, sounds great. I'm good. Thank you for asking me. How are you too? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm great as well. It's Friday, you know.
Yeah, perfect weather. Friday, the end of the week.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll share mm, the link for the code share website. So it's a website where we will do this SQL challenge. Yeah, SQL session. I just shared in the Zoom
Hi,
chat. Hi, John.
Hi.
So yeah,
Yeah,
John, yeah, we started this first session with Sebek. You will be the next one. So could you please like turn off the camera for the first session?
yeah, just give me a second. I
Okay.
open this link.
Okay, are you there?
Yeah.
Can you type something? Yeah, nice, nice. Okay, so yeah, do you see my screen that I'm sharing uh, not your, like sharing this code share?
Yeah, I see your screen and yeah, I move my window to another desktop. So yeah, I see. Hello.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
okay, let's start. Okay, so let's imagine that you are working for a software service company. Yeah, and here we have like two tables, and we will have some tasks related to these tables. In the first tables, there are some records and with the subscription details for customers. Yeah, you can see the unique subscription ID, customer ID, start date, end date, plan type, monthly fee. Yeah, some brief description of the table and like brief description of some like columns that may be not clear. Yes, of end date, it's when the subscription ends. If it's null, it means that subscription is still active. Yeah, or it's ongoing. Plan type, yeah, there are different plan types like basic, premium, enterprise. And the second table is usage logs. So it's in this table we can find some information about the user's activities. Yeah, there are different activity types like data upload, data download, and so on. And yeah, so the first task will be the following. Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
So yeah, you can start. Feel free to ask any questions if you need it.
Yeah, okay. Mm, I can just type my SQL query here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. On your side, you can do
Uh-huh.
it. Uh, yes. In the settings, you can choose if you want syntax, SQL. It will highlight some keywords if you want. If you don't want, just it's okay. So we don't have any compute things, so we won't execute your queries. So you just write your code and I'll check your logic, and that's it.
Yeah, okay. Great. We need to find the total number of active subscriptions as of the current date. So I guess the first step will be to find just active subscription. So I can type that, okay. Select.
Okay.
Yeah, then will be, oh, sorry. That's from table subscriptions. Where end date is now. Because if we have null in the end date column, it means that the subscription is ongoing.
Yes.
So then we need to count the number of subscriptions. So we can just, can I consider that subscription ID is a unique?
Yes, it's unique.
Yeah. Okay, so we can just count subscription ID. As so that's all. We can count. Oh, I can name the column like total number. This description.
Okay.
Yep, that's all.
Yeah, could you please, once again, go through your code? Maybe you are missing something. Yeah, especially think about aggregation. I think you don't need, I think. Yeah. I was thinking about group by, but I think because you need just one number, so you don't need maybe like group by
Yeah, we have
close.
we have unique subscription ID.
Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. Uh, the second task, just add second task.
Yeah, okay. Determine the average monthly data consumed for active versus inactive subscriptions.
Yes.
Monthly data. What does it mean, monthly data? It means like the data consumed.
Yeah, so you see, we have a
Different.
second table, usage logs, and we track in this table like activities, and we have data consumed gigabytes. Yeah, so it means like the amount of data each subscription. We have a subscription ID there. For each subscription ID, we can calculate the amount of consumed data. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have activity date there. So you can take months, and for each month, you can calculate the average consumed data for active and inactive. Active and inactive, I think you know where to find this.
Okay, active and inactive subscriptions. So we need to get table usage logs. Something from here, from usage logs. And we need to join our first table, subscriptions, in order to find in order to find active and inactive subscriptions, because the end date in the table with subscriptions, so we can join it by the field subscription ID. Yeah, then we need to get month. Each month, is it okay if we see each month like just a number?
Well, yeah, it's okay, but we have data for several years, so you should also, if you want to
Year.
have like yeah. So if you can add like year plus month's number, you can do that like this if you want.
Yeah, okay. For months, we can choose months with date part. Month, date. Then we need average data consumed. Now we get we can use case in order to determine active or inactive subscriptions, for example. case when and date is now, then data consumed gigabytes as data active. And the same when is not now. Inactive. So we get average data for every row, active or inactive, and we need to group by data. Like actually, I don't know how to extract month and year from the date.
You can do it in one column. You can do year, and in another column you can do months.
Okay. Yes. I try to this query.
Yeah. Okay. So several comments. First, you should delete the comma after average data inactive field.
Average date. Oh yeah, sorry.
And one more comment that you should when you are using case clause, yeah, case, there are
Ah,
several
mhm.
must. You should like include and in the clause at the end. You see, yeah, and also, yeah, you see, you have like you have these two columns, like fields, average data active, average data inactive, and you have two closes braces and one opening braces. You should have two opening braces.
Yeah, I see. Case when is average, then case when.
Yeah. Now
Mhm.
it's good. I think, yeah, so months here is not now. Yeah, it seems okay for me. So the last task for today, uh, okay.
Yeah, I see. Mm, Identify the month-over-month growth rate in the number of new subscriptions. Month-over-month growth rate. Mhm. Can we calculate the growth rate just as current month, total number of new subscriptions in the current month and divide this amount to the total subscriptions in the previous month. Is
If
it?
you can, yeah, if you can, I would prefer to have like for the whole year, like for each month, not for the current month. If you know how to do uh, this calculation for all months, it will be great. If you don't know, yeah, let's do just for current months.
You mentioned year. What do you mean year
Well,
by?
like for instance, in these tables we have a data for several years, yeah, and I want to build a chart of a growth rate per month per year. You see, like this chart. So, and to see the growth rate for each month, not just for one. If you know how to do it, yeah, let's do it. If you don't know, it's okay. Yeah, just calculate the growth for the current months compared to the previous.
Okay. Yeah, let's try. Subscriptions. I think that I can start like similar like in the previous statement. date part month, but we need start date. Month and year. From each start date, and we can count the number of subscriptions. From subscriptions, and we need to group by subscription. Oh, sorry, no, we need to group by by month and year. So we can get total number of subscriptions which start in the particular month and year.
Yes.
Then we can calculate growth rate.
You can just start with what is the growth rate, like in general.
In growth rate, I think it is the result of mm, divide current number of new subscriptions
Yes.
divide on the previous number of
Yes.
new subscriptions.
Yes, correct.
Yes, so we can use, for example, lag function.
Yeah.
I think maybe we can use CTE. Here. And then we need start month, we need start date here. We need total number of subscriptions. We can just add lag function here. By Or if we want to make it easier, we can just go back over um, order by month and year. Desk has something.
So you are typing something, or
Yeah.
okay.
CTE.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it seems okay. So yeah, so for now let's finish our interview because like yeah, we are running out of time. But in general, yeah, for the third task, I think in general, yeah, you could calculate the total number of subscription, and then you yeah, like total number of subscription one, start date. Yeah, seems like okay for me. I see your logic. Yeah, so yeah, what do you feel about the interview? How you feel?
I feel
Like briefly, because we have a couple of minutes, just briefly, what are like positive sides and negative sides of your like answer?
I yeah, it was great. So it was perfect. Thank you. The very interesting tasks and uh, yeah, positive moment that I can uh, I I feel free that I can use anything here. I can use CT or uh, some other functions, and I think mm, it's maybe it will be better to have opportunity to run this query and see results, but yeah, for me,
Okay.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so let me provide feedback right now to record this on video. So in general, it was okay, but I'm not sure that it would be enough to pass for the next round. And here's like the reasons for this. So in general, you solved all the tasks. You was not too confident, but it's okay. You made some small mistakes like comma, uh, and I think it's quite more serious mistake, but I think it's okay. So in general, I saw your logic and saw this like calculations. So I think you practice this more often, you will be more confident. But the crucial thing is that we have a lot of good candidates, and there are some like great candidates. So what distinguishes good from great? The great candidate, they ask more questions and they like explain or orally explain what they're doing. Yeah, for instance, you haven't asked a lot of questions, and you have like you tried to do it, but not as much as I was expecting. So I would do the following. Yeah, if I would use like task one, find the total number. I would read out loud the question, the task. Yeah, find the total number of active subscriptions at the current date. And I would start to think, yeah, okay, so we need number of active subscriptions. Okay, we have subscriptions like in subscriptions table. So most probably I will use a subscription table, and I need yeah, active subscriptions. Yeah, active. This means that end date should be null. Am I right? Yeah, you are right. Okay, as of the current date. So yeah, so we will just need, and I can even type. So in terms of table, we need subscriptions. In terms of, I don't know, outcome, we need, yeah, some count subscription ID. Yeah, yeah. Am I right? Yeah, you're right. So, and you're like, okay, so first starting with select, then we will count, yeah, from this table, and let's filter it to leave only like the active subscriptions, and date is now. Yeah. So let me think about it once again and went through it. Okay, select. So we're taking this subscription ID. So you see, try to like to help your interviewers to understand how you are thinking. So because for me as an interviewer, it's like the most important thing is not to solve this task, is to see your thoughts. Yeah. So this is like distinguishes, in my opinion, some great candidates. It's not enough because we have like quite competitive market. It's not enough just to solve the task. You should, if you want to pass, yeah, or like to show really good result, you should like help others to do it. So
Yeah,
this
okay.
is would be my my feedback. But for SQL, yeah, maybe a little bit more practice, but in general, it's fine. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you so much. So I will end the recordings, I think.
Yeah, okay, thank you.